And lo, the torch was bright. Welcome to episode 38 of the FlameFlash.net podcast. Naturally, I'm FlameFlash. Hello. First joining us, the first thing I like to do is, stop by Raptr.com, R-A-P-T-R. I'm FlameFlash over there. And check my Raptr report. Now, this last week, unfortunately, like a few weeks prior, it's been a little bit dry on my own personal gaming time. Wario Land 4, for instance, on the 3DS. I'm an ambassador. Haha. And you're not. Probably. Anyway. Wario Land 4. Picked it up. Played a level or two. It's Wario Land. It's staying true to the last Wario Land that I played, which was Wario Land. Super Mario Land 3. I'm enjoying it. It's neat. I'd prefer if he had some power-up hats or something like that, but so far so good. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yes, I'm still playing it on the PlayStation Network. I'm FlameFlash over there, by the way. And I'm not kind to my sons on this game. I don't let them win. When we play Plants vs. Zombies together, I and my oldest, if he wins, he really wins. It's rare, but if he wins, it's his own doing. It's not me interfering. It's an honest win. Now, little man is 3.5 and usually makes a team full of Venom or Spider-Man or a mix of those two. Occasionally he branches out and adds Iron Man instead. I kick his butt. It doesn't matter what character. I have no clue what I'm doing in this game. I barely know the moves. I know the classic Capcom moves. Ryu, Ken, those characters. They're Street Fighter characters. Their moves are standard at this point. If you don't know their moves, you haven't been playing fighting games. The other characters, not so much. But I easily kick his butt there. Kick the older ones, too. The original Super Mario Brothers. The original Super Mario Brothers. So, no remake with better graphics. I went old school this week, it looks like, just from my list. Also, 3DS Ambassador. Thank you very much. I love that program. Magic the Gathering, Duels of the Planeswalkers. Oldest picked up a controller. Now that he's played the physical card game and better understands the mechanics, he enjoys it. He hopped in and we did a game of Arch Nemesis, us against some big computer player with 40 life, and then another computer player as our third wheel. We barely managed to survive. We won by the archenemy running out of cards, because most of that particular deck's archenemy extra deck cards. It's kind of hard to explain. Pick up this game, play it, try out the demo on Xbox Live. I'm not sure if there's a demo on the PSN. I think there is. Join me. I'm FlameFlash. I'd love to go live and chat with folks and have a friendly game of Magic online anytime I want. Haven't really played online much. I'm kind of waiting to beat the game. I'm getting satisfaction still from just the game and its expansion so far. But check it out. It's good. And we barely won. It's a good challenge. And that's all you can ask, really. Oh no, my chat room session died. Oh well. We'll try to restart that up eventually. I'll hit refresh on the page. That's right. I'm doing it live on Ustream, so feel free to stop by, watch my Twitter account at @FlameFlash, and I'm going to relog into Ustream. Then you can chat live. Or, of course, you can catch me on YouTube later, or on iTunes later, and I'm not sure why I'm doing my outro right in the middle of the show. I suppose the lockup of my chat room decided to tell me that. Mario Kart 7. Still playing it. Very much enjoying it. I'm into the Mirror Cup at this point. And it's staying as hard and as satisfying as ever. Unlocked the Cloud Car and Mushroom Wheels. And that's been a favored car components at this point, with Wario behind the steering wheel. He's fun. He's amusing. I've enjoyed racing as Wario, I think, ever since they added Wario to the game. The Wii version is the only one where I went Luigi instead of Wario. The original, Bowser. Totally Bowser. All the way Bowser. I think because in the original, it was you, and then whoever you chose, the first and second place players were immediately determined that you had to then fight. So if you were Bowser, it was always Mario and Luigi fighting for first and second place. If you were Mario, it was always Bowser. I mean, they made sense, but it was really obvious if you played the game a lot. And I played it enough to go anal retentive, and at one time had a nice little spreadsheet chart made out for it. Don't know where that is. Might be in the booklet. I'll have to go look. Anyway, Mario Kart 7. World of Warcraft, finally. Well, speaking of World of Warcraft, 4.3.2 came out. I am dying to get in there and try out the new 64-bit client. I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot, seeing if my frame rate improves at least a little bit. Come on. Please. Windows 7 thinks I'm in a 4.1 laptop as far as gaming is concerned. So I should be able to have a better response time than I feel like I'm getting. But that was it. Sen and I got... Well, I leveled, so I am now 83 on our pair. He's about a bar behind me at 82. I stop an herb. He doesn't mind. He's his mining fell behind. But we're making good strides to the level cap. We have unlocked all the quests that lead up to unlocking the Firelands. So once we hit 85, we can go straight into the Firelands, pick up a couple of purples, and go for that fire mount that he really wants. So it'll be fun to re-experience that process, go through it again. He's wanting some of those pets as well that you can pick up. So I don't think he's ready for the sticker shock of the price of some of those pets, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, so in the gaming vein, now that the Raptr report is out of the way, Nintendo Network is approaching. This is Nintendo's answer to the PlayStation Network, Xbox Live. Supposedly it's going to be for the Wii U and the 3DS. Well, all they have to do is release a Nintendo Network channel for the Wii as well. Why? Because it would sweep through, register your Wii, save all of your saves to the cloud, and then you can turn around, unplug your Wii, plug in your new Wii U, and download all your saves, download all your virtual console games, and be up and running with a backwards compatible system to the Wii. Now, if a Wii U game actually entices us, and we get one, probably will eventually when, say, a Mario Kart comes out for it, but we aren't really interested in some of its backwards compatibility because we have a working Wii, and just today, the 3-year-old played Super Mario Sunshine. That GameCube game. So we're still getting backwards compatibility use out of our Wii. If we get a Wii U, I'll have to reconnect the GameCube or leave the Wii connected. More than likely, we would disconnect the Wii, put it upstairs. Kids have a really tiny television for, well, nothing. It's a working television that we really didn't have a spot for, but so we put it up there and connected a really cheap DVD player to it. Anyway, then they'd be able to rarely go up and do something Netflix. That television's rarely used. Anyway, so Nintendo Network is going to bring us personal accounts, the possibility of full downloadable retail games, and then downloadable content. So Nintendo is going to finally wake up, smell the roses, and join the current generation. And I just said join the current generation. So I hope the Wii U has longer legs than the Wii for Nintendo's sake. The 3DS, I absolutely love. So all those games that I have on it, thanks to Club Nintendo freebies, quote unquote, since I'm spending coins, and the Ambassador Program, Mario Kart 7. I went online, finally, with Mario Kart 7. I got my butt handed to me, but I went online. This is such a better online experience compared to the Mario Kart for the DS. Why? 1, more players. You can have more players. 2, you have individual rooms. So if you want only mushrooms, only banana peels, if you want some limits to how you're racing, don't know why, I like the full experience personally, but if you wanted some limits, you could have them. So then it's more about, say, your skill at driving if it's mushrooms only or something like that. Me, give it all. Alright. Google, along with all those privacy changes, because I'm sure everyone who has a Gmail account or a YouTube account or whatever else has gotten a nice privacy warning email. They're now going to let 13 plus users in. Before it had been 18 plus. So now if you have a 13-year-old or higher, you don't have to make them lie about their age. Or make the account in your name and just give it to them. Nice. It's about time. Supposedly more privacy settings, more security features are on their way to let and help parents protect their kids more. You know, there's an easy way to do that. Watch your kids' accounts. Have your kids' passwords, especially in their early teen years. Don't friend them on Facebook unless you have that strong of a relationship. Have their passwords. Don't mess up their notifications. Just peek in from time to time. Make sure everything's kosher. Make sure everything's okay. This is a safety issue. It is not a prying issue. Treat it as such. Don't get onto them about what they post. Don't judge them. just protect them. And teach them. After all, they shouldn't be tweeting or Facebooking things like the foolhardy police officer. Yay! I have a decent segue. So, this police officer on Twitter tweets angrily regarding some UFC hacking that had been going on. I don't even know what UFC is. Some kind of fighting TV thing that's more than the WWF. Oh, excuse me, WWE. Can tell how old I am, eh? But he tweeted something inappropriate regarding hackers and the hacker community. There's a community for that now? No, not really. But Anonymous, or a larger following anonymous Twitter account, picked up on this and began kind of a harassment campaign of this police officer. He was making physical threats. You're a professional. Heck, right now, I'm a quote-unquote quasi-professional. I'm not sure what the right term is, since I'm simply podcasting or video blogging. But you don't tweet in a public forum. This is a public forum, Twitter is. And expect nobody's going to see it. Even if you don't have that many followers, that doesn't mean much. This fool had it coming from being unprofessional. That's why I don't talk about work on the social networks or on this blog, because that's unprofessional. Alright, anyway, after that little rant, we're going to stay on Twitter for a second, because a UK couple was prevented by Homeland Security from entering the United States because of a tweet. Again. I say again as in somebody else being stupid for using a public forum in a non-public way. So, the UK term of destroy over there means party hard, get drunk, get wasted, etc., etc. Here, destroy is destroy, from my understanding of internet memes. I haven't really seen anything that says destroy has a new internet connotation. It's just something going boom. So he was detained. The lady friend, I'm not sure if they were girlfriend, boyfriend, or just friends, both traveling internationally, but she was detained, and eventually they were put on a plane back to the UK. Told their passports were revoked, and they would need to apply for new passports. Wow. Homeland Security, well, yeah, that was just stupid. And I'm saying that as an American citizen and a quasi-professional. This is an opinion box, a soapbox for me, so there's my editorial on the matter. 1, do a background check on these people before you stop them. Did they even have any criminal records in the UK? No, that doesn't mean that they're going to not still do something here, but all this looks like to me is showmanship. The government maybe even lashing out a little bit because Homeland Security wanted SOPA to pass. I don't know. It just seems silly on both fronts. He shouldn't have tweeted it, and Homeland Security shouldn't have reacted as harshly. I mean, he just probably denied a few bars in that area, or wherever he was planning on actually ending up. 1, 2, very drunk, slightly disorderly, patrons. Maybe they did just do us a favor. Well, back to gaming. The Vita launch bundle. So, there's some pre-launch bundle that you can get, and now there's a launch bundle. A 3G version, 8 gig stick, and an AT&T month pass. For the price of just a 3G model of the Vita. This is really tempting. I wish I had a spare $300. Yes, I have ranted and raved against the Vita quite a bit. I think the pricing is ridiculous. Nintendo saw that the pricing was ridiculous for a handheld and lowered the 3DS accordingly. Sony needs to do the same. Just look at the sales numbers over in Japan and tell me Sony doesn't need to do the same thing. It looks like an amazing system. The remote play feature alone makes me want to get it. Now, the remote play feature, if it works as it's intended, will let you control the game that's in your PS3 on your Vita. So, toss in Infamous, toss in Batman Arkham Asylum, and you're running the disc off of your PS3 and streaming it to your Vita. This opens up all sorts of possibilities for a gaming dad. I could be sitting there on the couch, pause the game occasionally, but be close to my kids, not accidentally expose them to harmful images of violence or whatever else I might be playing, though I don't really play M-rated games much, so I'm not sure what it would be. But then I'm not hogging the TV. Or if I want to play a game and Red Flare's going to bed, Red Flare's my wife if you're just joining, then I can do it. I could actually follow her up and warm up the bed for her since it is winter, or supposed to be, and be able to play and enjoy comfortably in my own bed a PlayStation 3 game. There's something really inherently neat about that. I wonder what the Wii U will do with that tablet controller. I suppose we'll just wait and see. Alright. In the world of handhelds, we're about to get a pink 3DS. And boy, do I wish this had come out a little bit earlier, because daughter's birthday just passed. So there's nobody that would really be a recipient of the pink 3DS in our family until Christmas. If then. We'll wait and see. Kind of need another copy of Mario Kart 7. But the Street Pass, Find Me, those things really keep the 3DS living in this household. Everybody checks their notifications, swap note, we send a quick little drawing or note to each other. It keeps the system in our hands and on our minds, which is entirely the goal of a handheld gaming device. If you have an iPhone or an Android phone and you're playing games on it, it's always with you for the most part. Well, how do you encourage a handheld gaming system to always be with you? You do the Street Pass thing. I think Vita has something similar, but that's how you do it. That's how you're successful with your handheld device. It also helps to have some casual games that you can just start up and play and then go away. But that's where the pause and close, so it goes into suspend mode, really helps for the 3DS. Because, hey, if it's closed, it's not really using battery. It's just going to sleep. But EverQuest 1 is about to go free to play. Reported a few weeks ago, EverQuest 2 went free to play. Now EverQuest 1 is going to follow suit. Not sure why. Maybe they saw that their revenue stream was actually increasing from the EverQuest 2 switch. I don't know. But it's kind of an end of an era when you think about it, that EverQuest 1 is going to be free to play now. I wish them luck. Rift is also getting a free to play option. Lots of MMO stuff tonight. I'd like to actually play an MMO tonight. We'll see. Rift, free to play like WoW. So you get free to play up to level 20. And then you stop. They actually have a couple other restrictions, like some of the bigger zones and your faction city only. But those are restrictions I could live with. Try out the game for free for as long as I want to. If I like the game enough to get to level 20, I might just like the game enough to get to level 40, or whatever the level cap is. Now, I don't usually go out into the movie realm, but I'm going to give Abduction a quick little nod. It is newly out on Netflix, and it's worth a Netflix. Do not judge this movie by the actor who stars in it. This actor would be the werewolf Jacob from the Twilight movies. He's not bad. I might even say he did quite a good job performing in this movie. And if Twilight is what gave him his break, and he goes in and creates a nice career for himself, Abduction is certainly a good movie to start proving himself with. Let's hope he sticks with it. Now, a moment to celebrate. Simpsons, the arcade game, is finally coming to Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network. And if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you get it free. Free. I love that word. February 7th for the PlayStation Network. If you're on Xbox Live, February 3rd. Now, this is that classic Simpsons arcade game. It's not a weird remake. You can unlock through play, I assume, the Japanese version of the game. It has a survival mode, and it has the quarters mode. What more would you want? It's perfect. I have no idea if it has online play. I would assume so. But even if it didn't, I have 4 players here, in-house. This is that classic game in the same era of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Same era as X-Men. Now all we need is San Francisco Rush. Because we already have NBA Jam as well. San Francisco Rush. And for you NFL Blitz fans, I wasn't fond of that game. But San Francisco Rush, people. Get on it. Anyway. That was episode 38. So I shall give the video a salute of a Ghostbusters mug filled with a little bit of Pepsi. Follow Flame Flash podcast at flameflash.net. I didn't mention that earlier. And I'll see you next week. Flame Flash signing off.